So, I'm Chris Sawicki, and I say, America, let's take our country back. So, today, Black Lives Matter. I've had time to think about this. Nah, you don't matter. You know that whole thin blue line? You really don't matter anyway. Blue Lives Matter? Tough thought. Nah, you don't matter. See, my whole problem with everyone and everything that's going on, we started separating ourselves. Now, last time I checked, I was an American. The color of that skin right there, yeah, that's white. But still, I'm an American nonetheless. I got a few friends that are black. I got a few friends that are Puerto Rican, Indian. I mean, whose life really matters? Is it the cops? I know I hate the cops when they pull me over and give me a ticket because I was speeding. And, it kind of pisses me off. I've been harassed by the cops. You ain't special. I've gotten 6 tickets in a month. So, it was my own fault. You drive recklessly, or you're speeding, or blow a stop sign or a red light. Whose fault is that? Oh, wait, it's the cop's fault. He made me do it, right? Yeah, that didn't happen either. So I got a bunch of tickets. But who really matters? I'm an American once again. So if American lives don't matter, as far as I'm concerned, all lives don't matter. And as far as I'm concerned, thin blue line don't matter. I get mad at them cops too. That, like I said, they pull you over. But when I need one, I dial 911, don't I? So I guess that would be kind of like a Polish oxymoron is what I'd like to call it. I'm Polish, first of all. Sawicki, it's a big Polish name. So when I look at it, black lives don't matter. Thin blue line don't matter. But don't dial 911 when you're complaining about them, or you're going to run and stand behind them. In fact, Dallas PD is short a few police officers. You want to make a difference with your protest? Why don't you become a police officer? Go stand with them, see what's wrong with their police force, and maybe you can help pick the problems apart that are in the police force. But no, you want to march and protest and do all that stupid shit. I'm not really sure I'm down with that. I mean, it just looks like a big parade of jokes. And that's just me. So, I'm pretty sure Camden County in New Jersey is hiring for PD. I'm also pretty sure that the PD is hiring over in Philadelphia, PA, by the way. So, why don't you pick your ass up, go put an application in, and try to make a difference. See what it's like to be on the other side. See what it's like to be one of them police officers that got to deal with your stupid bullshit every day. Your Black Lives Matters movement sucks. So do all the other ones. You know what? American lives matter. Not just you. Not the thin blue line. I love my police to death. I do. It's been nothing but great since I've lived where I lived. I have no problems. I have no problems at all. I drove through Tennessee. I also drove through West Virginia. I might have seen 10 cop cars from Virginia. We're going to go Virginia all the way to the end of Tennessee. 10 cop cars that had people pulled over. You know how many of them were black? 1. You know how many of them were white? 9. Well, we could do math, right? So anyway, I really don't see it. I'm not going to see it. In fact, if they only had 10 people pulled over in that whole distance, obviously, they have better things to do with their time than fuck with people. So, you guys need to grow up. You need to get a grip on reality, get a job, go to work, and start doing what you're supposed to do. When a cop pulls you over and says, please Remain in the car. In fact, I seen a video of a white family where she's on her way to the hospital and her husband jumps out the car. You know, I've jumped out the car before, and when the cop screams at you to get back in the car and sit still, you know what you do? You get back in that car and you sit the fuck still. Do you know why? Because you're looking like an asshole to him. Makes him nervous. And you know what happened when I got back in that cop car and I sat still? He took my license and registration and information, and then he let me go. But white guy jumps out his car, his wife's in labor, doesn't get back in his car, gets laid on the ground. You know what? Whose fault is that? That would be his fault, not the police officers. You shouldn't make them nervous. Doesn't mean all officers are right. Doesn't mean all officers are wrong. You know, but y'all need to come to grips with reality. I don't know who you're fooling. If you lie to yourself that much and you believe it, that's cool. But as far as I know, the last time we checked, our police officers are Americans, the gays are Americans, blacks in America are Americans, the Puerto Ricans and the Spanish and the Mexicans that were born here in America are Americans. So whose life really matters? I'm pretty much for the new movement, American Lives Matter. You know, that sounds like the best one to me. And as far as a challenge for you, I got a challenge for you, Black Lives Matter. Go get a job as a police officer and see if you could change the world or have a better view or outtake. There's a challenge for you. Go get a job as a police officer. Pick some big cities where you have most of your problems. Most of you won't, because that's where most of your violence is, and that's where most of you would get shot by another black person. Chris Sawicki for president. America, let's take our country back.